Hello and welcome to Market House, the podcast where we talk all things Disney. My name's Caleb.
And I'm Caitlin.
And this week we talk about a new dining package.
Club 33 Tiki Mug.
And we share our Disneyland Pet Peeves. Let's dive in. All right, and this is episode number 146.
Yes, welcome back as always, everybody.
Welcome back. We are back with another episode. I'm saying back a lot. Yeah, it's been a good week.
Yeah, we've had a great week. We decorated for fall/spooky season.
Yes, you guys put that up. It looks great.
Thank you.
We did I guess not the finishing touches. We've got some stuff to do outside of the house, but for the inside. Did the finishing touches of the mini pumpkin you purchased.
Yes.
A couple of months ago. It was out in the garage, and I said, we're bringing it in.
I just love that we both have, I guess we all have Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse now. I have to say the newer pumpkins are way better than the first generation.
Yes and no. Okay, so I like the color of the first gen.
Yes.
Mickey we have. I hate the light in there. It looks like a disco ball.
It's like a disco ball,
It's terrible, and it makes it's like...
Yeah.
The new one we have, the mini one, the light is way better.
Yeah, it like flickers.
So sick. But the color looks way more fake pumpkin.
Yeah. It's like the highlighter orange.
Yeah.
Which at the end of the day, it's fine.
Give me a natural orange, please.
It's fine. Either way, I'm super excited. Maddie loves the pumpkins.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
She likes to wave at Mickey. When we're eating breakfast, she'll look outside and wave at Mickey.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. But other than that, we're just kind of hanging out. A lot of cleaning has been done. If you're new to the show, we just moved into a new house that we're kind of settling into. I wanted to clean. I'm a little bit of a clean freak. And so I was not happy until the entire house was just like deep cleaned.
Yeah.
And we just finished that.
I don't want people to think you're like weird or anything.
No. I like a clean house. And so we have been doing it bit by bit. Now, pre-Maddie, we could have done it in a weekend. But now that we have Maddie, I have to kind of chunk it out and spend time with her and stuff, which is fun. You get a lot of good fun like cuddle and play breaks.
Yes.
But it just means it takes weeks versus a weekend.
But it's all done now.
It's all done.
All the cleaning is done.
I can't tell you the weight that is off my shoulders. I just had this weird looming thing of like, I know this isn't clean. I know I didn't touch this yet. So it feels way better.
Clean house. Spooky season is here. Fall candles
We're
burning.
ready. We've got fall candles burning. You made pasta tonight with the delicious Trader Joe's autumn.
No, it's a tumnel.
It's a tumnel. I hate that word. It's overused. Every YouTuber Caitlin watches like a tumnel. I'm feeling a tumnel today because I saw a leaf outside. It's like, dude, not everything has to be a tumnel. Anyways, it's a tumnel sauce, and they can say this because it's delicious.
It's so good. But yeah, we had a little visit to Trader Joe's. That was super fun.
Yeah.
Got a ton of goodies.
Got a ton of stuff. We did learn from this trip to Trader Joe's that Caitlin and Maddie are both allergic to mums because we bought flowers, and Caitlin woke up the next day after handling them, cutting them, doing all the stuff, woke up with a big old swollen lip, and you were like sneezing all day.
Yeah, it was so
and
funny.
Right when we threw them away, you got better.
It was fine. Yeah, Maddie was totally fine. She didn't have any allergies.
She just sneezed like
sneezing
18 times that day.
And I'm like, what's going on? Like, we were kind of backtracking, and I'm like, we saw a family the night before, but I'm like, we didn't do anything differently.
Yeah, I was like, did you eat anything over there that you usually don't eat? No. Did you put anything on that you usually don't put on?
Yeah.
No. And so we just narrowed it down to, those flowers sitting there on the counter. I wiped the counter though with a paper towel, and it was green.
No, yellow.
Or yellow. Sorry, not green. We wipe a lot of things that are green and yellow now, so I get the colors mixed up. But no, came back yellow from all the pollen that these things were putting off.
I just love that we thought it was the pumpkin nose.
Oh yeah, Caitlin had the Trader Joe's pumpkin nose, and I was like, those dang pumpkin nose, they've got an allergen in them. And no, those are safe.
We're fine, all is well, but it was just a funny story.
All right, before we dive into today's episode, please consider joining us over on Patreon, markethousepodcast.com/support. We've got some bonus content over there for you. I know Caitlin this week is going to be putting up some fun fall, autumn, I don't know. What are you doing? You told me you're going to be posting stuff over there.
I'm going to be posting a tumnel images.
A tumnel?
We had a couple requests for the Halloween decor that we have, so I'm going to be putting it up there on Patreon.
Don't judge us too hard on the outside stuff. I've got to buy more. We've got like one or two things.
We'll do it in phases because we don't have the outdoor stuff yet.
Yeah.
Other than the pumpkins. But
maybe I'll go to Lowe's this weekend and pick up some stuff.
But yeah, stay tuned for that.
All right. But yeah, join us over there. It's a fun time. Again, we take all of those funds and put it right back into the show and just reinvest. And we love doing it. And that's what we do. And I'll move on now. Consider leaving a review over on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Both are a huge help to the show. You can leave a 5-star rating on both platforms and a written review over on Apple. And share this episode with a friend. If you've got a friend that you think would like the show, share an episode with them. It's the best way to spread the good news of the show.
Okay.
I'm so tired. Let's get into the news.
All right. All right, for our first bit of news, we are heading over to Disneyland. We have a new dining package over in Galaxy's Edge. This is pretty exciting.
Yeah, so this was a kind of surprise to me, I guess. I didn't expect Galaxy's Edge to offer anything about fireworks, but Docking Bay 7 is offering a fireworks dining package, and this is going to begin on November on select nights. And the select nights are when Fire of the Rising Moons is scheduled. Did you know there's a special fireworks show for Galaxy's Edge?
Yeah, remember we talked about it.
Oh my gosh.
Remember how everyone would go there to watch the fireworks because they would, like, you could see them back there?
Yeah, the normal fireworks,
So
right?
now they're doing, like, fireworks.
A special for them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, totally blanked on this. So when I was writing the little news segment, I'm like, wait, what? There's a whole show?
And I think it's a big deal because people were saying that they're doing an actual themed music for it. Like, it's going to be an actual thing.
Oh, this is great.
So people are stoked because it's a really fun area to look at fireworks.
Okay, so Fire of the Rising Moons coming soon, I guess. Again, like I mentioned, the dining package is going to be available starting November on select nights. This package will include select bites and sips and premium viewing for the show. More details will be released in the coming weeks. I think it's interesting. Yeah. I love it. I think the more the merrier. Another show is going to be great.
I would sign up for it if they brought back that fruity popcorn. Remember that they sold? It almost tasted like Fruity Pebbles. And you loved it.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was over in, not Docking Bay 7, but it was in Galaxy's Edge. Mm-hmm. It was the popcorn stand carts, thing.
Yeah.
And no, not the cart. The
stand, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. And they had this, it looked like it was all colorful. Tasted exactly like Fruity Pebbles.
So good.
It was delicious. They haven't had it since. They had like chocolate banana. I don't want that junk. That's disgusting.
Okay.
I just want the Fruity Pebbles stuff. Bring it back. Next up, we're heading over to California Adventure for a new Visa card member meet and greet. So most, I would say, Disney fans probably have the Visa card. You can do a debit card or a credit card through Chase. And if you get the Disney themed one, we jumped on this right back years ago when we figured it out. It gives you a bunch of perks in the park. Again, if you're not a credit card person, that's totally cool because you can get, like I said, the debit card and you get like 10% off merchandise purchases $50 or more in the park, I believe is how
Something
it works.
Like that, yeah.
Something like that. I think they've added some stipulations, so it's a little more confusing now. But anyways, you get a discount if you spend a certain amount of money. You get stuff like this, meet and greets.
And on the cruise line as well.
On the cruise line. And they'll sometimes offer, they'll just email me stuff from Chase saying like, hey, get an additional 20% off your purchase at Disney.
Yeah, and the Disney store as well.
Yeah.
Online, which is great.
So pretty cool. Anyways, let's continue on to what perks you can enjoy with this. This is a new meet and greet over in California Adventure called the Disney Visa card member Heroic Encounter. It's now available, actually, starting September 15th. So this is now available as you're hearing this. You can go and do this over in Hollywoodland, over by Stage 17. Disney hasn't released what superheroes will be available for pictures, but we do know there will be multiple of them available. I think the hours are 3 to 6, something like that.
Okay.
And it's going to run through September 30th.
Yes.
I feel like that is insanely short. It's like 2 weeks.
They always do it short and sweet.
That's so silly.
Yeah.
So head over there. If you're a Disney Visa card holder, go get your pictures.
All right, for our final news story, we have some spooky news over at Club 33. There is an exclusive tiki mug that is themed to the Haunted Mansion that is available for Club 33 members only.
Yeah, so exclusivity, kind of lame.
Yeah.
Another reason 876 to be a Club 33 member, Disney. Mm-hmm. Can I join for 90% off, please? And I don't want to wait 15 years, pretty please. Yes, this place is pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. We've been once.
I would literally do anything to go back. It was
life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like I was too young to even, I think, recognize the opportunity that we had. Mm-hmm. It was a crazy thing. It was through work. We did a whole episode on it. You can go back and look at it. It's years ago. I think we did it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We'll mention that in a second.
Yes.
Well, hold on. Let's get past the news here and then we'll talk about it. But so we went to the club, the 33s. It was amazing. We loved it. But again, I don't know why it has anything to do with right now. All to say, they have a new tiki mug available. Like Caitlin mentioned, Haunted Mansion theme. The quicksand cocktail is what is served in it. It's apple brandy, rye whiskey, vanilla syrup, lemon, and Jerry Thomas bitters. I don't know who Jerry Thomas is, but He probably makes some good
He
bitters.
sounds bitter.
Sounds like a mean guy.
That was really lame.
And sorry, I was
my joke.
Oh.
I said he sounds bitter, and that wasn't funny.
I think it was hilarious, Caitlin. Give yourself more credit. And features the 3 quicksand men from the stretching room. So it's a fun mug. Very, very cool. Again, it has a big old Club 33 logo right on the front. It's stinking sick. So if you have a friend, family member, distant relative, friend you barely know, if they're members, don't be weird. But you can ask them just to buy this for you, and you can join in on the fun.
I know.
I mean, you give them money. Don't ask them to buy it for you.
I wish you could just because obviously we can't go get it, but I wish we could almost just ask someone in the front and be like, can we just buy the mug?
I just ring the doorbell and be like, I just need the mug, please. Jerry Thomas mug, please. All right, before we dive into our main segment, this is kind of a interruption here of our main show.
Whoa.
We've got some news, announcement, whatever. We did some simple calendar math and discovered that it was the 3-year anniversary of the show this past week.
Yes. And you guys, we feel so silly for not.
I know. I didn't even recognize it. The previous episode I didn't even realize. And then legit right before I was falling asleep a couple of nights ago, like at midnight, it just like bing in my head. I'm like, wait, I think it's been 3 years. Mm-hmm. So September 12th marked 3 years of Market House.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for listening. If you've been around for 3 days or 3 years, thank you for listening to the show. We appreciate all of you. And we've just the community we've built has been amazing. And thank you for being a part of it and putting up with our nonsense every week.
Yeah. And the continuous messages every week, just checking in, see how we're doing, and just how sweet you guys are all the time to us. We really appreciate it. Every comment, every DM, every interaction on social media that we put up. It might not seem like I don't want to sound like we don't care, but it might not seem significant to you, but to us, it's a humongous deal. Yeah. So thank you so much for everything you guys do for us.
Thank you. We'll do something special. Things again have slowed down with Maddie. Life, just kind of changes. And so priorities change, and we've been focusing on her, but we'll do something special.
Oh, yeah.
In the next few weeks here, we'll find something fun to do, maybe a giveaway, maybe something fun.
Ooh.
We'll figure it out.
We haven't done one of those in a long time.
It's been a long time. So stay tuned for that. We'll release details, I'm sure, on Instagram and on the show. But thanks so much. 3 years of Market House. Appreciate all of you. All right, and that brings us to our main segment of this week's episode, and that is our Disneyland Pet Peeves.
Yes.
So I do not want Caitlin stressed. I do not want this episode sounding super negative. We want to be upbeat and fun because we love Disney. We don't want to add to the... Disney fans are really good at complaining. We are so good at it, and I'll throw myself into that camp. I'm really good at complaining about stuff.
Right.
But we want to keep it positive, keep it fun. That's what we want to be known as, is the fun people.
I think this is more like us laughing at ourselves, what we find annoying.
Yeah. So we're just going to, we're going in this with good intentions.
Yeah.
Just understand our heart behind it. We're just going to acknowledge some things that I think all of us can agree are annoying about the parks, and they're little things. We still go. We spend our hard-earned dollars at the parks. Mm-hmm. If we really were that annoyed, we wouldn't go, but we still continue to go multiple times a year.
Yes.
And I know you do it too at home. Mm-hmm. So let's go down the list here. Let's share our top Disneyland Pet Peeves. Let us know if you agree. Let us know if you have any more to add to this list. It's not an extensive list by far, but it's got enough in here.
Yeah.
So let's go through it.
Okay.
And keep it fun.
All right.
And laugh at ourselves in the process.
Well, a couple of these, I'm like, oh dear.
I know. There's going to be some where you're rolling your eyes, but it's just my thing. Okay. Yeah. So number 1, let's talk about bathrooms. Ooh. And I feel like this is a more recent thing. Maybe, again, rose-colored glasses looking back when I was like 12, I probably didn't care about the bathrooms, but they have been mighty disgusting and smell terrible, which bathrooms aren't supposed to smell great. But I feel like they smell not as neutral as they used to back in the day.
Yeah.
And don't get us wrong, we're not blaming cast members. We're not blaming Disney for this. The cast members are amazing. The people that clean those bathrooms do an amazing job. I feel like it is more indicative of maybe people and their carelessness and not caring to keep things clean and be a nice human being.
Yeah. So just to jump on that really quickly, as the cast members that first of all clean the bathrooms, they are the sweetest. I love them because like Caleb mentioned, those bathrooms are gross. Sometimes when you just walk into a stall and you're like, there's toilet paper all over the floor, there's feminine products all over the floor, and you're just like, what in the world just happened?
Yeah, and the recent stuff, the baby stuff, like the changing table things.
They're not clean.
Disgusting.
And I'm like, that's not the cast member's responsibility to pick that up. Like, if you drop something on the floor, pick it up. If you change a baby's diaper and you get stuff everywhere, wipe it up.
Thank you.
So this is nowhere near us complaining like they're not clean, like they're not doing a good job. So if you're hearing this, please just be mindful when you walk into the bathroom. If you make a mess, just clean it up.
Let's be nice. If I did this at someone's house, I'd clean it up, right? Why do we think that a public restroom is any different?
We sound like parents.
I'm so angry. All right, let's move on. The second thing on the list is mobile ordering. Sometimes we wait an abnormal amount of time for our food. I think this has to do with the allergy thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes we run into problems on the front end, which is, hey, we ordered food and it took it like legit, Smoke Jumpers is the worst offender of this, 45 minutes for a number to be called.
Yes.
And then when your number's finally called, you've got a like 15-minute wait at the mobile order window that's supposed to be faster. And then you're like, wait, I feel like I waited the same amount of time as people that ordered in line.
The other major, like, I guess, restaurant location that has a really hard time with this is Cafe Daisy. Over in Toontown.
Yes.
That one, even if it's like a regular order, you have to wait forever, like however long it takes just to make the food. And then there's always like at least 10 people in line when you go to pick up the mobile order. Again, that first world problems over here. We're fine. We're just waiting for food. But it's just like, it is frustrating when you're like,
I know, I want to eat.
I feel like you do your window for a reason. Like, I want to be able to eat at the end of the window. But
yeah.
No,
it doesn't work out that way. But again, I think everyone's using mobile order, which they should be. It's the smarter way of doing things. But it's just now that everyone uses it, it's not as efficient as it once was.
Right.
So next up, let's talk about Starbucks lines. So, I mean, it's in Market House over in Disneyland, and Fiddler, Fifer, and Practical Cafe over in California Adventure. These are the Starbucks locations. The lines in this place. So we want to start off our mornings with a coffee. I do it here at home, and when I'm at the parks, I don't have a nice espresso machine in the hotel room, so I've got to get.
I mean, technically there is one.
Is there?
We just don't use
We don't use it? Okay. I think I don't want to use a hotel coffee machine.
Okay, that's another episode.
Because I don't have purified water.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
he's kidding. Stop.
I'm
He's
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm high maintenance. I'm a little high maintenance, not that much. But no, so like I need a really good coffee in the morning. So we have to go to Starbucks and spend $28 for 2 drinks now. I feel like, okay, hold on. I'm going to go on a tangent. Now it's just about Starbucks. When they have to send out coupons that it's 2 for $10, that's supposed to be a good deal.
I know.
Is insane to me.
I mean, I think it's any drink though.
I don't care. When Caitlin and I's order are $12 or $13 for 2 drinks, I don't get like a Trenta. I get a grande and Caitlin gets a tall. It's $12 or $13.
Your drink's expensive.
That is insanity.
It's the brown sugar shaken oat milk espresso.
Half sweet.
And it's $6.25
half
or something
sweet,
like that.
and it is delicious.
Yeah.
And I'll pay probably $9. Don't listen to the Starbucks.
Back on track. Everyone's paying it because the Starbucks lines are crazy.
Are insane. So when you start your day off with an hour Starbucks line, that is not a fun way to start the day. Again, not Disney's fault. I think it's everyone just wanting Starbucks in the morning. It's our own problem. But it's just one of those annoying things where you're like, come on, I want to go and start my day.
Right. I do have to say, though, the Starbucks location on Downtown Disney or
in Downtown Disney,
is very quick. Like, really love it. The only thing that I would say is when you mobile order there and it tells you, hey, it'll be done in 15 minutes. I would just plan to go earlier because there's been countless times where we've shown up like right at the beginning of like the pickup window and the drink's been like, you can tell it's been sitting there for like 10 minutes.
A little watery. So yes, the fact that it offers mobile order is amazing though, because the parks one don't. So great way to plan if you are on that side of the resort walking through, if you're staying at a Disney property or staying on that side of the street, great location to grab coffee.
Yeah.
And save some time. So next up, let's talk about, I didn't know what to call these people, but close standers in queues.
Yeah, people that stand super close.
Personal bubble poppers.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably my biggest pet peeve at the park.
Yeah.
You know what? During the pandemic, when they first opened up and they had a 6-foot line thing, I was in heaven. You could have kept it and I would have been happy. It was amazing. We went to Disney World and you had to stay 6 feet away from people. 90% of the time, people followed it.
Yeah.
10% of the time, they didn't. One kid standing behind me talking about the Yankees the entire time was like breathing down my neck. And I was like, bro, number 1, Yankees suck. Number 2, I don't want to hear your, feel your breath on my neck, kid. So
he wasn't like a 5-year-old or anything. This kid
no,
he was like 18,
19 or something. Listen here, buddy. No, but the standing right behind people is just annoying. You're not going to get to the front of the line faster. You're not going to ride the ride faster. Let's have some space, people.
Right.
Don't step on my feet.
Right.
Don't breathe on me. It's just gross. I just want. I want everyone to stay healthy, and I want to just maintain my bubble.
Yeah.
And I love my bubble.
Yeah.
And I want to stay in my bubble. And people should not, if I welcome you in, you can come in my bubble, but don't do it unwelcome.
I think the biggest thing that like frustrates me is that it's people that aren't really paying attention that just keep smacking into you. And then they don't say like, oh, I'm sorry. Like when I had the diaper bag on when we went with Maddie, there was a couple times where I accidentally bumped into someone. I immediately was like, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I probably hit someone with a stroller. Like, I'm so sorry. But it's like, it's those times where like you kind of get bumped and it happens like once it's like not even a big deal, but like a couple times and you're like,
dude, seriously?
Okay, let's just take a break. Let's just reflect.
Yeah,
here.
and kids and stuff, I get it. They're excited. I don't care. Like I think it's funny too. I love watching them run around the queue and stuff. And half the time they're like trying to, they like walk ahead and they realize they're 4 families ahead. That's fine. I think it's when let's say 18 years old and up, you should probably know better.
Or the kids that take the chain.
Gosh,
and they're like smacking people with it, and you can tell the adults are like, "Oh no!"
I know,
and the kids are just having so much.
They're
fun.
having fun.
They're in Disney.
Next up, let's talk about the people who stand or stop walking in the middle of walkways. So either the people that just stand there, they park there, and they think that's the best way to talk and have a conversation with family, or they just suddenly come to a screeching halt when the entire walkway is going good walking
And
pace.
I have to say, there are certain times, especially with being a parent of a little one, like there are times where you're like, I need to stop right now.
Totally
and
get it.
Extremely inconvenient to everyone around. We've done it multiple times.
No, I get it. And people with young kids, I get it. I think
For
it's
sure.
when you're like, none of you should be stopping.
Yeah,
here.
it's more of like the massive family groups of like adults that are just like, let's plan our adventure next year.
What magic key do you want, or not,
and
whatever.
That's the time. Yeah. Or it's like the big family, like of like, they have all these strollers like in the middle of Adventureland, and you're like,
and they're walking wide way. Like, don't walk horizontal.
Did you call it wide ways?
Wide ways. Walk in like a line. Let's single file this, guys.
But it's just hard because again, we're guilty of it as well. You just follow whoever's in front of you. So like there's no rhyme or reason and then everyone is just going different directions, and then people are getting hit with strollers, people are getting upset.
I know.
And so it's one of those things where you're just like,
it's the realities of a theme park. It's not unique to Disney.
Sure.
It's just one of those things where people, let's move to the side and then let's have our conversation.
Do you know, I noticed that everything we've been talking about is not about Disney specifically. It's people.
If people could just not go to Disney and we can have it to ourselves, I think we'd be happy. All right, next up, let's talk about using the Disney app for absolutely everything.
Yes.
You've got a mobile order on this thing. You've got to book your lightning lane on this thing. You've got to check wait times on this thing. You've got to get your virtual queue on this thing, dining reservations. It's too much.
Yeah.
Too much stuff.
Yeah.
If you hear
it's our
our dryer
it's done.
Fun tune, it's done right now. If someone wants to come fold their laundry.
Yeah, again, I think it's extremely useful in a lot of ways because, again, having it all in one central location is awesome. I use the app all the time, even just to check certain things. I like looking at wait times and dining reservations, so on and so forth. But it is unfortunate when people have to take time away from their family or on their vacation just to have their face indulge into a screen. It's just kind of like...
Yeah, and it would help if it worked the majority of the time. Sometimes they have this little like loading screen. When you first open up the app right now, they've got this fun like Halloween time at Disney and some bats fly out. Half the time it gets stuck on my phone though. And then I'm trying to get my magic key out to scan and it won't get past that thing.
I think the magic key is like the number one thing though, because that's the one that we have the biggest issue with, because every single time, and it's Caleb specifically,
it freezes,
his never works. And it's not before everyone's like, so update your phone. He is an Apple fiend over here. So he updates his phone every time every chance he can get. It just freezes, or it doesn't. I don't even know.
It's Disney. Everyone knows their technology stinks, their app development, everything's bad. And it's just a really bad app.
Yeah.
So I'll just continue on. Next up, let's talk about the digital magic keys / magic bands. Okay. Magic bands, fine. It stinks that they're paid and you have to pay extra to have some convenience. The digital magic keys are very annoying. Like Caitlin mentioned, it doesn't work half the time. Give me a plastic card.
Yeah, I miss the cards.
I pay how much money for a magic key?
I don't know.
You can give me a plastic card.
A lot of people don't like it though.
Like, wait, you're telling me a lot of people don't like a plastic card?
No.
Give me the option. I'll pay. Give me $10.
That would be cool because I would love to have it. And we kept ours, like all the ones that we've had, we've kept it as like a memory, like keepsake. So just fun to see. Like, remember the old ones that had like Mickey and
it's just more convenient to be able to like reach in my pocket, grab the 2 magic keys and scan them versus fiddling with my phone, getting to the app, making sure it opens, getting to the... It's just annoying.
I guess people could say the same thing though. Like you have to fish it out of your wallet or your purse or whatever.
Give me the option, please. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. The lack of breakfast options. Post-pandemic breakfast options are terrible.
And I would say specifically
Disneyland.
for allergies.
Okay, allergies too.
Yes.
But specifically Disneyland. DCA, I think, has more, right? Breakfast options with smoke jumpers.
And Pims.
Pims?
Yes.
Okay, but the fact that there's like 2 restaurants per, that's wild.
Yeah, but the thing is, I
Quick
would rewind
service.
a little bit because prior to like a couple months ago, there weren't that many options.
Oh, true. Yes. You're right.
So like,
They've
for
been adding them
example,
back.
smoke jumpers that just have like, they just got a breakfast option that Caleb can have. It was only Pims over there. Or no, you couldn't even get egg bites because they don't have, they used to not have egg bites at that Starbucks location inside the park. Now at Disneyland, people are like, well, can't you just get eggs? Yeah, you can get eggs, but a lot of people,
Yum.
a lot of the restaurants don't do sides of eggs.
And they don't do sides of eggs.
eggs.
Carnation Cafe wouldn't give us a side of eggs. Don't ask me why.
And then the Galactic Grill took away the allergy breakfast sandwich. And then some people have told us, I think your brother got the one at Jolly Holiday.
Yeah, so you can't order it on the mobile app.
And
but
you have to wait in line.
You have to wait in line and order it in person. They'll do it special. So anyway, at the end of the day, it's like pulling teeth trying to get breakfast as a gluten person in the parks. Even for, I would say, normal people with not any allergens, it's still kind of tough to find decent breakfast in the parks. It's getting to the point where I would recommend just don't eat there for breakfast.
Or do a sit down.
Or do sit down.
I would recommend a sit down.
Yeah, but again, for a family, it's $100
That's
for
true.
breakfast. That's insane.
You know what has a really, it's kind of expensive though. I was going to say the one at California. Oh my gosh, the Grand Californian.
Yeah.
The
Storytellers?
No.
Oh,
one,
yep.
It used to be, what's it called? The next to the Craftsman Bar.
Craftsman Grill? Yeah.
Yes, that one.
That one's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good breakfast option. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Last couple here, security lines. We need the Walt Disney World scanners. It's time, people. Let's make it happen. I don't think it needs to have a human burrowing in bags and stuff. It's just inefficient. And I think we could use scanners and it would go by way faster.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the scanners.
I do like talking to people that do the bags though.
I love the job they do.
Mm-hmm.
I love what they're doing, keeping everyone safe. But I think we need scanners.
I always get like nervous. I don't know. Do you get nervous? I always get nervous when they're like, hey, how are you doing? And I'm like, good.
I swear I don't have anything bad here.
I'm like, it's all diapers, I promise.
Yeah. Diapers, snacks, and
pacifiers.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what's in the bag. But no, I just think it's it's just crazy. Like the harbor, that security line is insanity.
It's a joke.
No excuse.
Yeah.
So we need some technology here, folks. All right, last up, let's talk about the inaccurate wait times. I think Lightning Lane has destroyed, I know, Lightning Lane has absolutely destroyed accurate wait time estimates. So when you look in the app, when you look at the ride itself and it says like 30 minutes for Monsters, Inc., and you get in line and then the poor cast member has to go on and say, due to Lightning Lane returns, it's looking like more like 75 minutes. That's insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Never used to happen before Lightning Lane. With FastPass, for some reason, they could control that better. I don't know how they did it, but I feel like standby queue times were way more accurate 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, a lot of people think that Disney's inflating the wait times. So people
are like encouraged to buy Lightning Lane or whatever.
Which
That's
again,
messed
there's
up.
been countless situations where we've went to go get in a line or queue and it's like, oh, it's a 30-minute wait. Sure enough, it's definitely not. Like Cars is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Every single time we wait in line for that, to the point where we literally don't wait in line anymore. We just
It's a
do single
lie.
rider.
The lies.
Yeah.
I know. And we're getting to the point where we're going to have to just buy like passes and stuff when Maddie gets old enough to ride these rides. Just
But
imagine
that's
we're
the
going to have to
thing,
buy 3 Lightning Lane individual.
But that's the thing is that even with that, which we've talked about multiple times, is they go so quickly because of how many people are doing it.
I know.
It goes from, you can get them at like 8 a.m. to 10, and then it jumps to, you can ride Pirates at 5 p.m.
I know.
Which again, not for everybody. So I don't know.
That's it. Other than that, Disney's a great place to go vacation. We promise we like this place. We just got some gripes. And again, they're minor. None of them are major things. Maybe the popping my personal bubble thing, that's a major thing. Everything else is pretty minor.
This is all for fun.
Yeah. It's for fun.
It's for fun.
It's for fun and giggles. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it wasn't too negative. We love the place. Seriously, we do have a blast there. So we're going in a couple of weeks.
We're going soon.
That's the plan.
Hopefully.
We will see because of the fires and maybe, hey, locals, if you can let us know, is the smoke bad? We don't want to bring Maddie into a little smoky environment. We do have enough smoke up here in Northern California, let alone bringing her down to Southern California with 3 new fires. So there's that. And then also the heat. So we're going to be keeping an eye on the weather. If there's a huge spike in,
this past week has been beautiful down there.
Yeah, it's been gorgeous. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping we get something like that. But if it's going to be like 90 degrees, I'm tapping out.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's close this thing up. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us over on Instagram and Threads at Market House Podcast. Make sure to follow us over there for pictures from the park and exciting news and announcements. Consider leaving a review on Apple Podcast and Spotify, both a huge help to the show. Remember, we have a Patreon, markethousepodcast.com/support. Again, your support means the world to us. Thank you so much to our supporters over there. You are amazing. We will have some more content coming soon for you guys. Remember to use our Getaway Today link for your future trip bookings. Check out the episode details for that link and use code MarketHouse10 to save an additional $10 on your vacation. Join us next week for another episode. It's been fun. It's been filled with popcorn and people that stand too close to me in line.
Bye.